Hi, this is Christine. Today I'm coming to you with a kind of a lifestyle tip to kind of help you along as we go about this thing we call life, right? And this tip is really about how we teach people how to treat us. Right? Now you're saying maybe to yourself that I don't teach anyone how to treat me. They just treat me the way they do, right? No, the issue is that yes, that may be true in up to a certain point, because what we do is that when somebody treats us in a way that is disrespectful or in a way that we just don't feel comfortable with, a lot of times we teach them how to treat us by doing these five things, all right? We ignore it. So they'll do something and we just pretend it didn't happen. So we ignore it. And what happens in that scenario of how you teach someone to treat you is that you ignore it, so they figure it's okay for them to do it again. And so they do it again. And the more they do it and you ignore it, then what happens is that they think this is fine, this is how you want to be treated. And so say a year down the line, you now decide you just can't take this because it's not making you comfortable. You don't feel good about yourself when they do these things or say these things to you. And now you want to go ahead and now stand up for yourself. What happens is that they're going to ask you, so why are you so miserable, or whatever this word that they're going to make you feel like you're now wrong to even question their behavior because you've allowed it for over a year. So they thought it was fine. You never complained about it, so therefore, why are you complaining now, right? So in that way, by ignoring it, you're only teaching people that you're okay. You're okay with the way that you're being treated. The other way that we teach people how to treat us is that we minimize it. We minimize the effect of their behavior on us. We might basically just say, I mean, especially if someone said to us, why do you allow them to treat you like that? You might say, oh, they don't really mean it, or oh, they're, whatever. Give some kind of a, just minimizing it, that is not as bad. But then you are suffering inside, but you just don't want to either upset the other person, I don't know why, but or you don't want to cause any waves, make any waves as they call it, right? So you minimize the behavior. The next, of course, the same thing happens when you minimize the behavior. You're saying to them without actually saying it, voicing it to them, that it's okay. You're okay with that, all right? And so it continues and it continues and it continues. It gets worse maybe too, right? So the next thing that we do is also we excuse it. Us women are very good at excusing bad behavior from the men in our lives. We have the tendency to, especially when we really believe this person is we are really in a good relationship and we love this person and we are head over heels in this person. Everybody else could be telling us all kind of stuff about how this person is treating you. They're seeing a different thing because you're so up in the hormones, you're so wallowing in the hormones that you can't even figure out what's going on, right? So you make excuses for these people. Oh, they said they were working all day today, so they really had a bad day, and that's why they came home and beat me. You know what I'm saying? Or oh, they said their boss gave them a hard time, and that's why they just told me I was a bitch, or whatever it is that they say, right? But a lot of us excuse things away, and so when we're there now excusing the person's behavior, really, what do you expect? They're going to think it's fine. You're actually standing up for them. You're standing up for them and supporting their behavior. So therefore, that's another way, guys, that we teach others how to treat us. All right, the next way is we complain to everybody else. We go around and we complain to Tom, Dick, Harry, Elizabeth, Jane, Simone, right? Everybody who will listen. But we never say anything to the person who was the person who did that thing that upset us, right? What we were not upset about. So we are chatting. They are the only person, the person that you're not talking to, guys, you're talking to everybody else about what this person did, but the person you're not talking to is the only person that can change their behavior. Nobody else can. So unless you just have to talk about it and you feel that that's going to solve the problem, which it does not, then what's going to happen still is that person is going to continue doing the same things they've always done, because you have not really addressed it to them. All right, you haven't said anything to them. You say it to everybody else, but not to them. So even though they hear it from somebody else, they're not going to change. They're just going to look at you in another way. They may even call you worse names or treat you worse, right? Because of that. So the last thing, or one of the last things that we all do to teach others how to treat us is that we bury it. We bury the offense. You know, they cause some offense that make us feel less than, feel invaluable. We feel like pretty much like dirt, right? And yet, instead of speaking them, addressing it to them directly, we will bury it and hope that they stop, or that the offense goes away on its own, right? It never does. You're going to be very disappointed if that's what you hope will happen, and so usually gets worse. And the longer that offense is continued, then it becomes a habit to that person to treat you that way, and then you cannot really expect for them to change later on when you've accepted that behavior from the beginning, right? And the longer you wait, the more difficult it is to address it, because they're going to say, well, you put up with it all this time. Why are you complaining now? What's different about, people are like that. So guys, those are some of the ways that we teach others how to treat us. And so I'm going to make a video maybe next week sometime to follow up on how to address offenses, so that people know that you're not, this is not what you expect, how you expect to be treated, and that you will not put up with it. All right, guys, so the next video I'll do probably next week when I have a little time, but I'm kind of running out now, and I thought, let me do this now, get that out. So guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Please, if you found any value in this little information that I put together, please like my video. Please share it with someone who may need some kind of help. Maybe you notice that they're suffering from this kind of a drama. Also, please subscribe to my channel so that as soon as I upload something else, something new, that you will get notified. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching my videos. I really appreciate your support. Take care and have a great day. Bye.